Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up.
Roberta.
Hey guys, welcome back to J is for Justice. It's Sunday night live here, and I've got a guest with me tonight. I was going to say an oldie but a goodie, but she's not really an oldie. So, but I'm going to play her intro, and then we're going to bring her on in.
Roly-poly, daddy's little Patty.
Welcome to Panel Potato.
Hello, hello.
Hey, it's nice to have you back. It's been a minute.
I know, it's good to be back. Feels like it's been forever. That little bus cracks me up.
I know. I love the little bus drops off Potato. She makes her way over to J is for Justice. How is everybody in chat tonight? We've got Rose and Muffin and GB. Cindy Blakey. Hello, Cindy. Mom to 3 kitties, or mom has 23 kitties, whichever way you want to read that. Daisy Dad. Carrie. They're all going to laugh at you, Carrie. We got Ad Rock. I haven't seen Ad Rock in a hot minute.
Did she say, go, boy, go? Apparently not.
Hey, Lucia and Midge. And Snow. Snow is here. Angie. I already said Angie B. I think I've covered everyone that's Roberters. If I've missed you, I apologize. And I do see, Baby D, that you did email me. I will email you back. Hello, Carrie number 2. Hello, Shell. I will email you back. So what happened was some of the moderators on my channel were cloned, and then we're asking for wrenches back. So we had to clean house again, unfortunately. Hello, Ganja Mama, Katie Lynn, Jakey5, Katie S. We got lots of Katies in the house. And moderators, thanks for being here.
Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
So, Potatoes, are you ready to dive into the Deborah Collier case?
I'm very ready. Very strange case. Really doesn't make any sense, but
very, very disturbing. So we were looking at this map of where she lives in Athens, Georgia, versus where she was found, and you can see here it's roughly an hour north of where she lived. So we're going to start out with the basics because I saw that there was some people in chat. Hello, CEO. Dude, if you were green, I would definitely see you. Like stags, red stags. Hello, Hawaii, Kauai. Oh, Carrie is bringing up a really good point, Potato, that we need to talk about before we get started.
What's that?
So we were discussing the other day about that Xana May X or whatever her name is, smuggling her family. And people got mad at me and left comments and said, she never said smuggle. She never said smuggle. Well, whatever. And I was saying how it's unlikely that happened. And I was saying, does that mean that I can just legally go get Potato from England and bring her through Mexico and to the U.S. and you'll be good to go? And everyone said, no, you can't.
Yeah. I'd be sent right back.
Do you even think we'd get through?
No, you can't just smuggle people through.
You can't even walk nicely with them through, smuggle, walk nicely, skip, hop, jump, whatever, however way you're doing it. It doesn't work that way. And thank you, Cindy Blakey, for your super sticker. Thank you for your support. Baby, I'm going to check them after the live because there's some steps that I have to take. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew to email me. All right. So that was pretty funny, though. I was like going to smuggle potatoes. And there was people in the chat that were new and they were like, what are you talking about? Why would you bring potatoes from England? And I'm like, because they're like
They're
really good potatoes. Yes, Angie. I haven't checked my email yet. I'm going to check them tonight. I just haven't had a chance. We're preparing. Just before I came live, I got news that Hurricane Ian, that SOB, is heading straight for Tampa Bay, which is right where I am. So when I get off here, I have to get some things together and start getting, I guess, stuff packed because we have to leave. And they're announcing tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. what, like, DeSantis is making his announcement of evacuations and stuff. But we're under a state of emergency. Our schools in Pinellas are closed already. And they're doing like the sandbags where you can go get 20 free sandbags and stuff like that. So it's real. And I know we had that one hurricane, but this is different. This is going to be a 4 before it hits. It's going to get to be a category 4 out there in the Gulf, which is insane. So I'll be packing up my dogs and shiz and going to the other coast to a friend's house. So I will be high and dry. Not high and dry, but I might be high and dry. But not elevation-wise, but I'll be on the other side of the state. Yeah, if everybody, takes the precautions, they'll be fine. But you just have to be smart and prepared. So at any rate, let's start talking about Debbie Collier, who is in Georgia, which is a crazy, crazy, crazy case. This is the gist of it. Here's a little bit of background on what happened. So Debbie Collier is a 59-year-old mother, and her body was found a day after her adult daughter received a disturbing message. And her adult daughter received a Venmo transaction from her mom. And it was a little under $2,400. And the message said in part, "They are not going to let me go. Love you." And that was on September 10th. And then it also said there is a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door. So that also included the transfer of the money. And then Collier's daughter said she immediately called her mom's phone, but she didn't pick up. And then the police also called her phone repeatedly, but the calls went straight to voicemail. On the very next day, on September 11th, investigators located her body in the woods in Habersham County, Georgia. It's about an hour's drive north of her home, and not far from where her abandoned rental car was parked. And they did say that they were handling the investigation as a homicide from the very beginning, and then now they've definitively called it a homicide. So the missing persons report was filed by her daughter and the husband, which would be the stepfather, on September 10th. Excuse me. The father and the daughter told police, and this is according to the report, "This is unusual for Deborah to do this. She has not done anything like this before." The report also indicated that Deborah has no other family in that area, and that she had worked for years at Carriage House Realty in Athens as the front office manager. So what's going on here? We need to look a little deeper, I think. So let's fast forward a week after she's reported missing. They were kind of thinking it could have been a violent kidnapping because of the way that she was found. And these details are disturbing, Potato, are you there? I can't hear Potato.
I just have to go and sort something out. I'll be back soon.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Sorry.
No problem. I just didn't know if I could still hear you or not. I just wanted to make sure we weren't having any problems. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're fine. So her body was found just off the road, and I'm going to show you on Google Earth here in just a second. Her body was found partially nude on her back, and she was gripping a small tree, and she was also partially burned, specifically in the abdomen area. So who would have done this to this woman? And what brought her to that area an hour away from her home? So investigators secured her rental, and apparently she was driving a rental because she had been in an accident and her car was getting fixed. But the report said that she had left her home. She shares it with her husband in Athens sometime on that Saturday. Now, Collier's daughter, Amanda Bearden, is 36 years old, and she showed up at the scene. So because the rented SUV was equipped with Sirius XM radio, they were able to ping her minivan, and the daughter showed up on the scene hysterical. And then they used canines to search right off where the SUV is, and they found her body in a ravine. So like from the freeway, it's a steep incline down. So here's a little history about her and her husband. They got married in 2013. And if you were to look at her Facebook, she was very focused on family. She would go hiking with her husband, and she was always sharing encouraging, uplifting posts or memes or whatever you call them. Now, her friends and family, as of a week after her disappearance, declined to speak about anything. But now there's been a lot that has come out since then. And we've had search warrants and all kinds of stuff since then. So we're going to fast forward to hold on. We're going to fast forward here. We're going to talk a little bit about her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend. And I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see their photos and everything. Roly-poly. I can't see chat, so I hope you guys are all having a great Sunday. At least you're not preparing for Ian, right? That's a good thing. Okay. So this is 2021 body cam, and this would be her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend. Her name is Amanda Bearden, and he is Andrew Giegerick. And he accused Amanda of stealing money from his account and spending it on drugs. And I have a little snippet of that body cam. Let's watch it. If there's not an ad first. Of course there is. Of course there is. Of course. Of course. And her daughter also has a long rap sheet too.
I haven't recently, but she's still been taking money from my card. And that's the only reason we've had any contact, because every week she takes $500 or $600 from my check. And I just don't see how that's right. And she goes and does dope with my money. Like, I've made over $30,000, $40,000 this year, and I'm completely broke because she spends it all on drugs. And my issue, there's clothes in the house that is mine.
Could you tell me what happened when you came over here this morning?
I asked for my clothes, and she said I needed to leave. I just got here. I haven't done anything wrong. That window's been broke. So. Can I just leave if she's not going to give me my stuff? I really haven't.
We're just trying to figure out what's going on because, beating on somebody's door this early causing scene at the door. So, I understand like stuff's been stolen or whatever. But
she said to not ring the doorbell for the cat doesn't like it. I just knocked on the door a couple times. I haven't done anything that they're saying. I mean, they've already made false charges against me before.
So y'all were talking through the door at each other?
Trying to. But, I mean, if she wants me to leave, I'll leave. I didn't know.
Stolen or whatever.
She said...
Can
I just go?
Just stand by with me so he can talk to her. What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew.
I just want to be done with her. I mean, she's been cheating on me. She's been doing drugs. I've never done any drugs in my life.
Have y'all had police involved before in y'all's business?
Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to get my money back because we're not supposed to have contact, but she's taking $500 each check.
Why aren't y'all supposed to have contact, Andrew?
Because...
Is there like a court order?
I guess so. I don't know. I went to court a while back, but...
Did you get arrested?
I've been arrested before. Well, the last time I got arrested because they falsified...
It's everyone's fault.
I mean, her mom... Dude, I don't know what the issue is here. I don't know why I'm so unliked. This girl got hit by a car, and I'm taking care of her. I don't know what the problem is.
Let's get in the shade. Over
I would
here.
just like to... I mean, I work hard.
Where do you work at?
Williams-Sonoma.
Williams-Sonoma. Okay.
I just want to know why it's okay for her to steal $600 a week from me, and I can't do anything about it.
It's not okay. So we're here now, so maybe we can help out.
Because last time I went to court, I mentioned that, and
what'd they say?
I mean, they pushed it back till another day. So like,
how does she have access to your money?
Well, long story short, when we were together, my phone broke. Long story short, I mean, she's manipulated me into all the where she could have all my money, basically do whatever she wants to me, kick me out whenever she wants, basically just do whatever. And it's okay because I'm a man. There's nothing I can do about it, like other than just let her do it or leave.
But how does she? I'm asking.
Well, long story
she...
short, I didn't have a phone because my phone broke. So this is the dumbest mistake I've ever. We linked our cards together so she can send herself money from my card. But so I mean, the first person to touch my money is her, and it's usually $500 or $600.
Where do you work? So how do you get paid through your job?
Well, I just recently switched it to a paper check, so she couldn't do that, and...
Okay. So you kind of took care of that problem.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still $4,000 that...
You got to go to court for something like that. If she's not willing to give you the money back, you got to take her to court, a civil court. Because y'all live together, so it's a civil issue.
Well, we don't live together anymore.
Y'all did, though.
Okay.
So...
I'm just like, okay. I told her, like, hey, don't take any of my money. I'm staying at my grandma's, and then all of a sudden...
I guess that's where it ends. Okay, so you get an idea of the gist of things there, right? So this is what went down there. Georgia police body cam video obtained by Fox News Digital shows the on and off boyfriend of a murdered woman's daughter arrested outside her home last September for violating a no contact order and banging on her door in a dispute over money, which he claims she was siphoning directly out of his account despite an ugly breakup. Now, here is a little more information on the condition of the body. Deputies found Collier stripped naked at the bottom of an embankment off rural highway 60 miles, off a rural highway 60 miles from her home in Athens, lying on her back with her hand grasping at a tree and with charring on her abdomen. There were remnants of a fire nearby, as well as a partially burnt blue tarp and a red tote bag. Her rented Chrysler Pacifica, which led police to her location, was abandoned alongside the road. They have not publicly identified any suspects or persons of interest. Now, Bearden, the daughter who received the cryptic Venmo payment, has a lengthy criminal history, including domestic violence involving a string of men stretching back more than a decade. Investigators served a search warrant at her home just days after her mother's remains were found in Habersham County. Her current boyfriend, Mr. Andrew, who you just saw, 27, has pleaded guilty to numerous offenses against Bearden in the past 3 years, and although she had an order of protection against him, they appear to have reconciled and have been spotted together at her home this week. And then there again is Andrew. And then here is Debbie Collier. She's looks a little bit different there. And then here is the domestic disturbance here. Which is not really, I mean, it says on 9/4/21, I responded to a domestic disturbance at blank. The caller, Amanda Bearden, told dispatch that Andrew G. had come to her residence trying to kick the front door down and trying to get in the residence through the back window. Officers arrived on scene and contacted Mr. G. in the front yard. Mr. G said he was there to get his things and that Miss Bearden had stolen money from him in the past. I went inside and talked to Miss Bearden, and she told me he had been beating on the door and yelling. She also said her bedroom window was broken, but that incident happened months ago. She told me there may be a protection order against Mr. G. Dispatch informed me there was a protective order stating that Mr. G could not come to blank unless for a one-time pickup of items with police present. Mr. G violated multiple parts of the order by being on the property and having harassing Communications with Miss Bearden. So he was arrested last year. Almost a year ago to the day, actually. So moving forward, let's go back and look at this note. Apparently this family said they've been getting threats. Let's hear more about that. We got Nancy Grace weighing in on this one.
She's a man eater. Nancy Grace, host of Crime Stories and Fox Nation. Nancy, nice to see you. A couple more things here that we can get into, but just at first blush here, what do you think's going on here? What happened?
I think that the death of Deborah Collier is not random. There's no way, I mean, think about it, Bill. If somebody was coming in to burglarize or rob or even carjack her, they would, number one, if it's a burglar, leave immediately if they see somebody home, or kill them right there and get the hay out of there. Who goes to the trouble of taking her 60 miles away from Athens to Tallulah Falls at Tallulah Gorge and burning her body, carrying it down a ravine, trying to burn it, giving up halfway through? They've got a tarp. They've got a tote bag down there. They had to create a fire. That's what we call staging. And it tells me this is not random.
Okay, so 2 years ago, she posted a selfie of a black eye that she suffered. All right, and apparently she said she fell. And police, after an investigation, confirmed that those injuries are very likely the result of a fall. And the police say there's been never have they received a domestic call on behalf of police to their home. Now, have you looked at the husband? Has he been cooperating?
I think that the husband is cooperating, but I do know this. Sources near the family say the family feels like they are being eyed as suspects because their words, not mine, their phones were confiscated and they were interrogated. They may feel that way, but that's SOP, standard operating procedure. And when your loved one goes missing or is found murdered, the eye is on you because you're closest to them. I got another question, Bill. The lawyers, think about this. She sent that bizarre text to her daughter saying, they're not going to let me go. And the key to the house is under the flower pot. My last words to my children, God willing, are not going to be the keys under the flower pot. And if she was found without her cell phone, then from where did she send that text, that very bizarre text? And she thought to Venmo her daughter $2,385 just with her dying movements and breath. None of that fits. I want to find out who bought that blue tarp. It's perfect for fingerprints. And I want to find out, did she drive herself there? Because the last time her husband saw her, that car was parked in their driveway Saturday morning when he says he went to work.
Okay, a few things here. Family phones confiscated by police, so there's going to be some evidence on there. The red tote bag, blue tarp, and remains of a fire near her corpse that you just mentioned there. And a van rented by Collier was found near the scene that you just discussed as well. However, this text message, you're wiring your daughter money. Apparently, she shared that account with her husband. This gets deeper and deeper, Nancy. You wonder if there's a third party involved here. Why would you do that? Would the daughter not know that the house key was beneath the flower pot to begin with? I think common sense says yes. I don't know where this leads investigators, but is it possible that she did not send that final text message from her own phone?
It's absolutely possible, and that's what I'm getting at. Remember Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie using her car, her gasoline, her credit cards, was coming all the way across the country on her cell phone going, hi, Granddad, blah, 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 trying to act like she was still alive.
Actually, nobody said
now,
yikes, he
I'm
hasn't
not pointing at any suspect, but what I am saying unequivocally is that I don't believe she sent that text. So who did? Who knew to send it to that daughter, Amanda? Who thought about the flower pot? Who would have that knowledge if it's even true? And why would they bother with a hoax of suggesting she's still alive? And another thing, who would park that rented vehicle that Deborah was using right there on the highway where anybody could see it, and then go all the way down the hill, start a fire, and try to burn her naked body? And where are her clothes?
Yeah, great questions.
I wonder, was she taken during the night?
Great questions, Nancy. Stay on the case. I know you will, and we'll see where we get some
Weird.
in the coming days.
Thank you,
Hopefully
Bill.
somewhere. You bet. Nice to
She raises a lot of questions, right? So here is the boyfriend of slain Georgia mother Debbie Collier's daughter allegedly threatened violence against her family in a note last year. If you or your family ever come near me again, I will hurt them. Andrew Giedrich purportedly wrote to girlfriend Amanda Bearden in a note obtained by the New York Post. The note instructs, don't ever contact me again. The Post said the note was included in police photos after a May 2021 domestic dispute between the couple, who were reportedly living in a home owned by Debbie's husband, Stephen Collier. So they were living in a home that he owned, that the stepdad owned. And here's Andrew, a little bit heavier than we just saw him. Or heavier than we saw him in the body cam. Citing police documents, the paper said Bearden had shown authorities a handwritten note that she claimed was from Giegerick, as well as bruises on her shoulders and arms that she said came from him after he had broken into her home. Andrew Giegerick did intentionally cause bodily harm to Amanda Bearden, to wit, she had visible bruising to the right arm and shoulder, stated in arrest warrant. Bearden, who Fox News Digital learned is well known to her hometown police department, has a rap sheet going back more than a decade for numerous domestic violence calls involving different men. Police charged her with falsely reporting a crime in the 2021 fight, but prosecutors ultimately dropped the case. And then here is her daughter's mugshot. And this is from the Clark County, Georgia Police Department. So the responding officer initially wrote down a burglary charge, but after allegedly catching Bearden in a lie, said there was no evidence to support it. Her criminal record in Clark County appears to begin in 2020 with domestic battery and disorderly conduct. And he pled guilty to 3 counts and received a sentence of probation. The following year, he faced new domestic charges and pled guilty again, serving 10 days in jail and more probation. He violated the order of protection at least once, but they dropped the charges. He violated probation again in August and was sent to jail for 6 days. He was out by Friday when Fox News Digital photographed him with Bearden in her driveway. In January, he pleaded guilty to reckless driving after a DUI. On September 4th, 2021, police arrived at Bearden's home and encountered him outside. So we just watched that. But here is Amanda and her boyfriend, Tyler. And that's outside their house that Stephen owns. Messed up. Okay, let's take a look at where Debbie was found. I can't imagine who would do something so horrific to a person. And to think it's somebody she knows, most likely. Okay, let's take a look here. Hopefully potato's okay. All right, so I'm going to make this nice and large.
Yeah, they're loud and beefy.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, you guys. It could be the boyfriend. It could be the daughter, the husband. I mean, God only knows. Okay, so let's take a look here. This is where she was found. So her van was parked, and I'll show you guys the photos of the scene as well. But this is the freeway that the van was parked on the side of. It's pretty desolate if you look. There's nothing around. But there are a couple of pull-ins. And she was located in, or her van rather, was located in one of these pull-ins. And I'm going to show you in just 2 seconds here. Well, first I want to show you guys this. To show you how steep it is. Right beyond those trees. This is crazy. Like, you would never be able to tell that right beyond that layer of trees, it's like this. It's like what you say. Darn it. Let me see if I can pull it up this way. Hold on a second, guys. All right, say cheese. Bella said cheese.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, you. Everything all right?
Hey. Yeah.
All right, so I'm just pulling up the Google Earth of where Debbie was found.
Yeah, on that highway.
Yeah, and I'm getting ready to show. Okay, here it is. The picture of like the ravine, how steep it gets.
Mm-hmm.
So right beyond, it's so crazy because you wouldn't think that right beyond those trees it would be that steep of an embankment.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it because further down, like it goes up a bit as well, and then it's like a steep incline on the other side.
So it makes sense why her daughter would be like, well, she has a bad back. There's no way she went down there on her own, like parked and went down there. All right, so now what I want to show is, well, first I want to show the van parked there. All right. Did that work? No, it did not. Ooh, that'll scare somebody. That will definitely scare somebody. All right, let me show you this other picture real quick. And then, oh my gosh, it's not saving right. Oh, here it is. This is one of them. Okay, so you're saying this is a book. Here, we're going to make it nice and big.
Yeah, so they said that they found papers and stuff, but that looks like a book to me.
It looks like the cover of a book or like the back cover.
And then the spine of the book. So it looks like it's been like completely burnt.
Why the book, though?
Why gloves? And why gloves? Why were they left there?
I don't know. That is so creepy.
And it's right at the tree stump. Like you can see all the roots and everything. It's all charred.
I know. And like, what is that right below the blue gloves? Like, if you look straight directly down, it's like a whitish looking thing. And then there's something red. Also, like, is that blood on a stick? Like right by the fingers of the glove.
Yeah, I think it's too red to be blood though, because blood dries dark, doesn't it?
Creepy. Okay, and then we've got another picture. Oh my gosh, of the tree trunk. So she was found, I was saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, she was found on her back, partially nude, with her right hand gripping a small tree, which we'll see, I think, in this next photo, right?
Yeah. I don't know if it's those trees though, because they said that they found a red tote bag that's next to that tree stump thing that's fallen over. And then further down they saw the blue tarp. And then even further they found her.
Okay, so this is where there was evidence of a fire by the tree, and then her body was found further down the ravine.
Yeah.
So let's go back to Google Earth for a second and look. Let's get out of the street view and look overhead. See what it looks like. Oops. Let's go back. I mean, that is just horrible because if she was gripping a tree, then that means that she was alive when she was brought there.
Yeah. So it makes me think that she might have been wrapped in that tarp and the fire was at that tree stump, and maybe she was trying to get away. If she'd gone further down, like they might have thought that she wasn't alive when they
When
set
they
her on
left.
fire. Was. Yeah, so they set her on fire, left her, and then she was trying to get away.
Why is it so blurry? Is it because it's way out in the middle of nowhere, or
It shouldn't be blurry.
does it look blurry to you?
My whole screen's blurry though.
Just because it's blurry because it's your computer?
I don't know. It's not blurry on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it's. I mean, I think it's the Google Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sure can't see through those trees, Potato.
Mm-hmm.
It's so dense. There is absolutely nothing around here. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's like all just woods.
Mm-hmm. And if her car wasn't left there, then they probably wouldn't have found her down that ravine.
Okay, so the thing that's got me shooketh is that her husband said that her car was in the driveway in the morning time.
Yeah. Yeah. And they
Now,
apparently saw it the day before in that spot.
yeah, and it was a cop that said he
Mhm.
saw it there.
So unless he was mistaken, because did he take plates or anything?
I don't
When
know,
he
but
saw it?
he said that he saw the exact same car there the day before, didn't think
Mhm.
anything of it because it is a pull off and people tend to pull off there. So he didn't think anything of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this because the husband's saying she was gone when she really wasn't, or if she, you know what I'm saying? Like, or she was home when she wasn't. If that's true,
Mm-hmm.
then, I mean, who's involved? Because they searched the daughter's house yesterday. I
Yep.
saw that. And they got a search warrant and searched the daughter's house. So, I mean, what do you make of that?
I think that they have an idea that it's family because they've said that no one needs to worry. Like it's not.
No danger to the
There's no
public.
risk to anyone else. Yeah. So that must mean that they know that, they have an idea of what's happened and who's done it, who's involved. And the fact they're searching her daughter, I mean, kind of says a
Daughter's
lot.
house. That is just absolutely disgusting to me.
Mm-hmm. And plus, she got Venmo. I mean, if she was in a situation where she was worried for her life, she didn't think they were going to let her go. Why would she be Venmoing her daughter? Why wouldn't she be messaging her husband saying like help or calling 911? Like anything but Venmoing money to her daughter.
Right. Her daughter that has history of drug problems.
Of wanting money. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they met the day before as well for lunch with her boyfriend. And then this happens.
Okay, I didn't catch that about the lunch. What's
Yeah,
that
apparently
about?
they'd gone out for lunch. She'd bought them lunch or something.
Poor lady.
Yeah.
So she was probably trying to help them.
Mm-hmm. And if you see the Venmo thing, she had sent her daughter money like 5 days before as well.
Oh, wow.
So she was obviously helping her out with money. And then maybe she got to a point where she said like, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. Especially if her daughter has issues and addiction
right
going on.
And I mean, it's altogether possible that married couples can kind of get into routines, especially if they are sleeping in other separate rooms because of snoring or whatever the deal is, or if they just want to sleep in separate rooms. I don't see anything wrong with that shit. Yeah, I mean, you have your space, I have my space, whatever. And he may not have seen her or thought of it, but he's saying for sure that her car was there. So would it be weird for her to not be home where he would be like, oh, she definitely was not here? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, didn't he say that he thought she'd slept in or something? So he just thought, oh, well, her car's there. Won't go and check on her. I don't know. But then he also said that it would be weird for her to like leave without saying anything. But it's not weird for him to leave without saying anything.
Right. Okay, so I've got an article that I found from her son, about her son. And this is on the Daily Beast, and I didn't know she had another child. So I'm going to pull that up. I mean, I can't believe it. That's out in the middle of literally nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So her son's name is Jeffrey Bearden. Hang on, let me write this down. So his name is Jeffrey Bearden, and he wants people to know that his mom was a vibrant and strong soul and that he won't rest until those who cruelly took her life face justice. And Jeffrey Bearden is also demanding, quote, respect and privacy during the darkest and most harrowing time for my family. And he wants the media to stop publishing, quote, speculation. In an exclusive statement to the Daily Beast, Bearden said, I have been incredibly hurt and disturbed by some of the reporting and information shared regarding the investigation into my mother's death. I ask that all attention on the tragic story of my mother's death remain focused on aiding the police investigation. It is not appropriate to approach myself or my family at their homes or on our personal social media accounts. It is not appropriate to publish speculation about my family. There is no place for the court of public opinion in the pursuit of justice for my mother, and this speculation continues to be traumatic and hurtful for my family during the most difficult time we have experienced. Bearden, 33, so he's younger than the sister, said the loss of his mother can't be put into words. She was my longest source of love, support, and encouragement. My mother was a very vibrant and strong soul. She was a person who valued kindness, empathy, and understanding throughout her entire life. She went through life recognizing the beauty and grace in everything she saw and experienced around her. Police say Collier was reported. We already know that. So, I mean, sentiment we hear from a lot of families. But here is another report from the New York Post that Andrew Gigorick is a former amateur MMA fighter.
Yeah.
And I said, go ahead. Hit me.
Okay, so Jeffrey or Amanda Bearden and Steve Collier, which are the husband and the daughter, were not able to be reached for comment. But Jeffrey Bearden was, and he says that he's holding on to precious memories of his mom, and he says she enjoyed many aspects of life and knew that daily life was filled with joy and beauty. She spent her time enjoying and making art. She valued listening to, dancing, and singing along with her favorite music. My mother consumed herself with the holidays as her focus remained on family and the value of being together over a home-cooked meal. Each year, she would shower her family with thoughtful gifts as gestures to remind you of her constant presence and awareness of your life and your value to her. But most importantly, she always loved, cared, and respected her family. My mother was persistent in her love throughout my entire life, and I will persist until she is given the justice she deserves. Our lives have been irrevocably changed. Our grief is here and our pain is deep. That's really well written. Very sad. But nonetheless, I mean, I guess it's nice to see a nice memorial for a change than a bunch of weirdness.
Yeah.
But it's just perplexing. So you have to wonder, is it the boyfriend? Is it the boyfriend and the daughter? Is it just the daughter? Is it the daughter, stepdad, and boyfriend? I mean, who the hell knows? Was stepdad was he absent-minded that morning?
He could have been. Like, I mean, how easy is it to just think that you've seen something and then not be sure whether you did or not? Like, if he always sees her car there, he wouldn't have even been thinking about it, would he? He'd just leave for work like a normal day. And
True.
then asked, like, is her car there? You could be like, well, I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, that's altogether possible. It's just sad.
What I think is weird though, like he hadn't seen her since 9 p.m. the night before, and their neighbor said that there was a commotion that night.
Yeah. We got to talk
Was
about the
he around for
commotion.
Like, did he hear it? Was it before he went to bed? Was it after he went to bed? I mean,
yes. Okay, so the husband has broken his silence. Dun, da, 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 breaking news.
Sure.
Okay, here is the article. New York Post. Oh, there's that letter too. Written in green. Is it crayon?
oh god, yeah, the one from the boyfriend.
Yeah, what the heck? There's sound. Okay, I guess they don't talk in that. Here's some more pictures, though. 2 years earlier, there's the black eye selfie. She face planted on the sidewalk. Okay, there's fam. Okay. Let's go back. Because there's the sun. Debbie looks way different, too. So there's her son, her sweet son. I don't know who that is. And then it looks like over to the left is Amanda. And then there's Steve Collier and then her. That must have been when they got married. He's a tall guy, too.
Can't see their faces because that car picture's covering them.
I know. Why does it keep doing that? Now can you see him?
No, it's still there.
Car. Oh, that picture. My bad. Let me get rid of it. So I don't know, like, if that's son. I don't know who that girl is, but I think that's Commanda over there on the left. The heavyset girl. I don't know. Steve doesn't look too happy. Or maybe that's just how Steve is.
See it now.
Okay, so
Yes,
here's
she does.
Steve speaking out. 67-year-old Steve. She was a beautiful woman, and I loved her. It's been a long 2 weeks, and I'm very tired, he reportedly said while fighting back tears. My wife was a wonderful person. The widower later spoke with the Post at his home and said investigators haven't shared many details with him beyond what's been made public. He says, my police found my wife's body in Habersham County near Clarksville, Georgia. They said it wasn't suicide and it wasn't a kidnapping. They said it was murder. If they have any more information, they haven't shared it with me. Police have not named any suspects and we're waiting for autopsy results to determine her cause of death. And then here's Steve. It looks like he's a construction worker. He's got like a construction business shirt on. There's the house they lived in, the golf ball kind of house. Again, here's that tree root. Poor lady. Here's Amanda Bearden, who looks totally different than what she looked like to us. Okay, so here's the Venmo. Wait, why does this? Oh, shit. It came from Steve Collier.
Yeah, they had a joint account.
So the Venmo is in his name. Okay. They are not going to let me go. Love you. There is a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door.
And
why would she need that?
Yeah, why would she say that it was there anyway? Like, wouldn't her daughter know? Wasn't her daughter living with them? Or was she not living with them anymore?
I don't think she was living with them because what I read was the neighbors said that there was a young girl that would come over on the weekends and that they would argue.
Yeah.
And when the neighbor was asked, who was it? She said she didn't know because they never like mingled with their neighbors or anything like that.
Yeah, they kept themselves to themselves.
Yeah, so they didn't know these people, but they did hear see a young girl come over, and there was fighting, yelling, and screaming that the neighbors heard.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
she
same
was
as what
there.
happened the night before. Yeah.
But
so she went for lunch, and then this happened that evening.
the question is,
Sounds
was
like-
Steve home? Like, when did Steve get home?
Yeah, I don't think he said. I mean, he hasn't mentioned anything about this commotion that was going on, has he?
Mm-mm.
And he was in bed by 9, so
In bed by 9, gone in the morning, says she was home.
yeah, strange.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else I'm missing? Let me see. There's a lot. Like, there just keeps coming out. Here's the search yesterday on the daughter's house. Let's see if there's any information on what they took or. Here, let's see this. Probably going to get an ad. Roly-poly.
So when we start talking about your tornado safety place, bar none, the best place is someplace on.
Kind of getting a little freaked out by this tornado or this hurricane coming at me.
I bet.
It was projected like to the panhandle. I was like, okay, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
The suspicious death of Debbie Collier has gained international attention as Habersham County investigators continue to work to find whoever is responsible.
This after the body of the 59-year-old was taken to the GBI medical examiner's office for an autopsy. Fox 5's Eric Perry has followed the story. He joins us from the live desk with the latest. Eric?
Yeah, Courtney, Tom, today marks exactly 2 weeks since the 59-year-old was reportedly last seen alive by her husband. Investigators say they need the public's help in piecing together clues as to who could be responsible.
The Habersham County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigations Division has executed several search warrants at locations directly tied to the victim and have conducted preliminary interviews of those closest to the victim.
How and why the body of Debbie Collier ended up in a remote wooded area over 50 miles away from her home remains a mystery. The 59-year-old was reported missing September 10th to the Athens Clarke County Police Department. The next day, September 11th, a Sirius XM service pinged the location to her van. Chief Deputy Murray Kogod of the Habersham County Sheriff's Office released this recorded message as the story continues to gain international attention.
And that the last communication from the missing person was a transfer to the daughter of $2,385 with a text message tied to the Venmo transfer stating, "They won't let me go. There is a key to the house underneath the flower pot."
Kogod says K-9 units were brought in to search the heavily wooded area.
The search resulted in the locating of a red tote bag, a partially burnt blue in color tarp, and eventually the victim's partially nude and burnt body grasping a small tree down a ravine.
It's been nearly 2 weeks since her disappearance and the grim discovery, and still no word on a motive, suspect description, or any answers. Fox 5 reached out to the FBI, who sent this statement saying, quote, FBI Atlanta is aware of the case. At this time, the matter is being investigated by local authorities. The GBI had this to say, quote, the GBI Medical Examiner's Office is conducting the autopsy, but those results will be handed to Habersham County as we are not involved in the investigation.
At this time, there is no evidence to suggest or support that this incident was related to a kidnapping or that this was a suicide.
Still a lot of unanswered questions. The sheriff's office says the belongings collected at the scene were also sent to the GBI crime lab. I asked the Habersham County Sheriff's Office if they plan to bring in other agencies like the GBI or the FBI, but they would not comment on that.
I think I did hear that the GBI is involved. There's that dang iced coffee again. Authorities have said investigators interviewed those closest to Debbie and executed multiple search warrants. Okay, so they did not release copies of the search warrants yet. Bearden also drove to the scene where Collier's body was found while investigators searched for her mother. An incident report said Athens Clarke County Police notified her of where her mother's rental was found.
That's the other weird thing, is that she turned up there so quickly.
Right.
Like, how did she know that's where they were?
Athens Clark County Police notified her because they filled out the missing persons report.
Mm-hmm.
And then they pinged her phone with the Sirius XM radio.
Yeah.
And then they let her know. The Athens Clark County Police notified her where the rental car was. So she showed up there wanting to help look, is what she said.
Right.
So if she was down a ravine, wouldn't it make sense to think that she grabbed a tree on her way down?
Mm-hmm. That's why I think that she was trying to get away. Like, we don't know what her cause of death was yet. I don't think it's the fire that was the cause of death. I think they probably thought that she was already dead when they left her, and she was trying to get away, and then on the way down she grabbed that tree.
That
Horrible.
is an odd amount. $23.85.
Yeah, why that much? Was that all she had in that account? I mean,
right. Yeah, the storm has changed its course, you guys. Let's take a gander at the thing. Let me know if I'm missing anything that. Here's the note. I didn't see it up close. He's a former MMA fighter. I want to find his pictures as an MMA fighter. Did you see him or no?
I haven't seen him, no.
Okay, let's look him up. MMA fighter Andrew Gigoric.
I just saw the notes. Like, he was making threats to her whole family.
I knew a guy that was an MMA fighter, and he was a freaking hothead. Oh, Lord. There he is.
I'm lagging, so I can't see anything yet.
Okay, so he is, let's see, 119.95. He's 26. He's got 4 wins, 3 losses. And this was 2018. His last fight was in 2018. He's 5'3" and weighs 137 pounds.
No, he's pretty short.
Do you think? 5'3"? He's a little dude. No wonder the cop seems so tall. We thought the cop was unusually tall. But this guy's unusually short. We thought it was Sergeant Hightower, but really it was the guy tattoo from Fantasy Island. Z-plane. Oh, shiz. Okay, let's see. Look at this. Have a nice life, you lying ass. Blank. Don't ever contact me. Wait, where'd it go? Again, if you or your family ever come here, HEAR, near me again, I will hurt them. P.S. I'm not stupid. Here's your something. You demand Jay evacuate? CEO. So here's her with the black eye. I wonder if they were living with her at the time. Here's his mugshot.
I think they might have been.
Yikes. Oh, there's that picture again. Well, good thing Amanda's short. And it doesn't make him look so short. 5'3". Yowzas. That's really short for a guy.
Small. It is really small.
I'm dying now because of the body cam. So there's not a whole lot of pictures. I think we've looked at all of the pictures. Let's go back and see if we can find another picture of his MMA BS. Here's another one. Oh, there's no photo. Okay, so he won against Rob Fuller, Skylar Smith, and Javier Gonzalez. Let's see what Oh, there's no pictures. Darn it. Well, his career was not very long. It's safe to say. Dear God. So if he threatened the family, this has so many little open doors. And I know like the son's like, hey, we don't want you to like speculate, but how can you not?
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why he doesn't want people to speculate, because he knows what they're like. His sister and her boyfriend.
It's probably embarrassing. Poor kid.
Sure it is. Especially like during this time. I mean, I can't even imagine.
No, I feel bad. And like if the husband didn't have anything to do with it, I feel really bad for him too. I'm almost afraid to click play, but we need to know. Look at this. This is going to be a massive storm. I can't even hear this stupid ad. I don't know, you guys, if it's glitching. I saw you comment that, but I don't.
Yeah, it is for me. It keeps on freezing.
Here's a look at some potential tracks for Ian, which will likely begin to rapidly intensify overnight into tomorrow. It's headed toward Florida, but the cone spans from about Pensacola to Tampa. Notice it's shifted west since yesterday, and you can expect shifts with each update. And despite where it moves on shore, tropical storm force winds will extend far out from the center of the storm. Here's that timing. Tropical storm force winds should arrive in South Florida late Tuesday, Central Florida by Wednesday morning, and the Panhandle by late Wednesday into early Thursday. As you can see, Ian should be a very large hurricane, so those tropical storm force winds will cover a large area. In fact, hurricane watches are up right now in the Keys, and you can expect those to expand right along the coast.
Look at this. Look at this rainfall. Tampa, 7 to 10 inches. Wow. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to leave tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that'd be the safest option.
Did I say it softly, Carrie? Jay, softly. Yikes. I know, Shell. That's why the cop looked 8 feet tall.
Roly-poly, daddy's little Betty. Betty's gonna be a man someday.
I don't know who it was in chat that said, why is that cop so far above him? That's so weird.
He's a tiny dude.
Oh, shoot. That's funny. Who would have ever imagined he was 5'3"? This is going to be a big storm, you guys. Yeah, he had a crick in his neck while chatting with the officer. He's like, Snow read about someone who's 8'11".
What?
8 feet 11? No way.
That's humongous.
Send us that article.
That's like nearly twice as tall as me.
That's insane.
I'm not even 5 foot.
You're not even 5 feet?
No, I'm 4'11".
Oh, so you and Mr.
I'm a small dude too.
Mr. G would be like the right height with each other. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize you weren't even 5 feet tall. You're just a little, she's just a little potato. She's a little sprout.
Yeah. Little sprout.
She's a little, what do you call it? Spud. A little spud. All right, you guys, listen. That's pretty much your update on this case. We're definitely going to follow it, right? Potatoes, like this is something we definitely want to keep our eyes on.
Yeah. I think they're probably pretty close to figuring out what happened.
Oh yeah, I don't think it'll take long.
Yeah, I think they know.
So, I always like to make you guys laugh on your way out. Yeah, this storm is growing. The Gulf is so warm. right now that it's just going to get enormous. And I'm out. I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to be on the other side of the coast. Where are you, CEO? He says, come to my house, Jay. Sure.
Okay.
I'm on my way. Do you have a pool and lots of food? We will. We'll be safe. I'll keep you guys posted. We're going to pack up tonight. And then I'm going to be staying at a friend's house, so I'll have Wi-Fi and all that good stuff. I will be going. Okay. So I want to make you guys laugh. So I'm going to be over by West Palm area. So I'll be on the other side, far, far away. I want to make you guys laugh on the way out because we talk about such sad things. And you may or may not have already seen this. But there is a Utah Republican candidate who announced her candidacy by performing a rap.
It's like the most unique thing ever.
Hey, Mike Sanner, I'm gonna email you because I have questions about the hurricane. Sorry, Potato.
That's all right.
He's like, you'll be okay, but I have questions. Okay, go ahead. What were you saying about her? Our lovely lady. She looks like my Aunt Jane.
Oh. That it's like the most unique thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was really funny where I found this from too, because I've been watching. I don't know. I'll have to show you later. Too much to explain, but let's take a look at what's her name? Linda or something?
Linder from Utah.
Yep, the rapping Utah Republican candidate. Can't make this shit up, guys.
She's got some moves too.
Hey, Utah District 12, listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution. I tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm pro-religious freedom, pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear arms and the right to free speech. I want less government control and regulation, want to stop and expose all political corruption where there's integrity, morality, accountability. Government programs should lead to self-sufficiency and support traditional family as the fundamental unit of society. But in schools, they're pushing for new beliefs. And just to clarify, as a female adult, I know what a woman is.
I cannot with this woman. Okay, wait, you guys. I'm going to show you where I got it from because it's absolutely hysterical. Just because I can and I want to. Because I know you guys get a kick out of this stuff. Oh, where the heck did he go? This guy, I found him on YouTube. He's got like a syndicated show. Oh, shoot. And he's pretty funny sometimes. He can be a little bit out there, but... Oh, shoot. I don't know which one it is now. But she's made the rounds. Here it is.
Here it is.
Dude, his comments crack me up. Okay, let's watch this clip because you'll laugh at his comments.
Rapping white female Republican candidate. Yes. And this is it.
Hey, Utah District 12, listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution. I tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm pro-religious freedom, pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear arms and the right to free speech. I want less government control and regulation, want to stop and expose all political corruption where there's integrity, morality, accountability. Government programs should lead to self-sufficiency and support traditional family as the fundamental unit of society. But in schools, they're pushing for new beliefs. And just to clarify, as a female adult, I know what a woman is.
Oh, there's more. Here it is.
Not over yet.
I love this country. It's a blessing to be free, but freedom comes with responsibility. The Constitution needs to be protected, not changed or disregarded, but resurrected. If you share my values, if you like what I stand for, then give me your vote on the 8th of November. District 12 needs a choice. Let me be your voice. Linda Paulson. Linda Paulson for Senate.
Linda Paulson, not only do you have some weak-ass bars, the content of your particular rap commentary is adversarial to the majority thinking of your district. I highly doubt you will even be competitive in the race that you're running in. But let me highlight a couple of things here. This is in Salt Lake, Utah, all right? Local Republican Linda Paulson announced that she will be on the ballot for District 12. That was actually her announcement. She came out the gate swinging with a rap and a beat. District 12 Senate race, but might be surprised the way she came out, made the announcement, was by a rap. I guess I can call it that. She is running to defeat Senate Minority Leader in Utah, Karen Maine. Let's put up a picture of Karen here, all right? I did my research. I see no rap videos from Miss Karen Maine.
Yay, Karen.
But let's talk about some of the ideology of her particular platform. As you can see, she calls herself a traditionalist. She believes in traditional marriage.
Okay, he's gonna get into the political stuff, and you can watch that on your own if you'd like to. His show is called Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. I am actually going to put the link up in the chat right now. Dude cracks me up. His commentary is priceless. It's great. I know the piano. Dun, dun, dun. I know politics. You know, we all hate politics and whatever, but you can't ignore them these days. So I hope you guys got a kick out of that.
And that rap was worth it. I mean,
it really was. I don't know who she thinks she's like governing to there in Salt Lake City, but maybe they'll appreciate her. Yeah, maybe they'll appreciate her rap or beats. He said she had weak ass bars. Wait, she dabbed at the end?
Yes, she did.
What? I didn't see her dabbing. Wait.
She said she knows what a woman is, and then she dabs.
What? Okay, wait. I gotta go back. I know what a woman is, and then she dabs.
Needs a choice. Let me be your voice, Linda Paulson. Linda Paulson for Senate.
Oh, Linda.
The end of the first
adult. I know what a woman is.
Oh,
I didn't see
there's
her
more.
vape.
Here it is.
The one like bent in.
Well, no, I see it now, but I didn't know that had a name.
Not down with the kids day.
No, I'm not. I'm red too. You embarrassed me. I'm as red as her shirt. Oh my God, I thought she was like vaping, like vaping. All right, well, vote Linda Paulson in Salt Lake City, I guess.
Because she's awesome.
Awesome, and she knows what a woman is. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Are you
Come on, girl.
Come on, girl. All right, girl. We are out of here. Thank you, Potato. It was a joy to have you on. It's been a minute. But I did like having you on again, and I'm glad that we're back and rolling without hackers and all that shiz.
Mm-hmm. It was good to be back.
Who do you dislike, Ultra Dark?
What did you say?
I dislike him immensely. What the political guy?
You're a robot. I couldn't hear you. It went all robot.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Angie B says, Jay, not dab vape. Oh my gosh. Shell, you knew what it was? I don't believe it. No one over 45 knew what that meant. Oh, in the first video at the end where she says, okay, well, now I know that move. I thought she was just doing stupid moves. Linda Paulson knows the move and I don't. That's shameful. All right, you guys. Again, thank you, Potato, for coming on. Thanks, you guys, for being here and following this really sad case. Hopefully we get some answers soon and we can follow this through to justice for Debbie.
Yes.
Angie, I can't. All right. Dance it out, guys. I don't know what else to say. I love you guys. Wait, I got to say that I am a tried and true Roberta. So, all right. Good night, Potato.
Good night.
Potato.
Patata.
Bye, guys.